Hi! Daphne Brogdon here on FoodTokTV. Hi, Daphne Brogdon. I'm on FoodTokTV, and so are you. FoodTokTV is the longest running live cooking shows on TikTok. There's a whole bunch of us. I'm one of the newer ones. I used to be on the Food Network show, Daphne Dishes, and I have a YouTube channel, Daphne Dishes Again. And I'm here in the middle of the day to make a fun meal that maybe you can make for dinner sometime. But what I always tell everybody is don't be afraid to cook. Because in our society, it seems like there's like this fetishness where people are obsessed with, like, you know, reading food reviews and blah, 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 and they get all into it. Or they're eating out of a bag. So I'm talking to you, middle person, who can save money and be healthier just by cooking your own food. And don't be afraid, you can make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, even though I'm a semi-culinary professional. A culinary semi-professional? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see who's coming in on the turnpike here. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm trying a new angle here because it's a bright sunny day in Los Angeles where I am. So let's get going. I'm starting with an apricot cake, and I've already made it. So I've made one, so if you don't follow to the end, I can show you what it looks like. But one of the key ingredients here is going to be olive oil. There's going to be no butter in this. Not that I'm not a fan of butter. I'm a huge fan of butter. But for this cake, I wanted to try it out this time with olive oil. Sometimes it's moister, which is crazy. You think, oh, that's counterintuitive, isn't it? Isn't it, Daphne Brogdon? Shouldn't it be butter is more moist? No, not necessarily. Look at got my cute little socks here. Should have thought my footwear through. Did not think the footwear through. All right, I'm putting on my FoodTokTV apron. Please tap the screen for the hearts. We also got some rewards. It's the Heart Power Puff, which is like less than a cent or something like that. That helps TikTok know that your creators are liked and appreciated. And oh, look at those hearts coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a lovely help. Oh, hi, Melissa, giving some hearts. Melissa is one of our most popular culinary creators. She also has her own channel where she cooks. Thank you so much. And her husband does trivia, which I love too. So that's a fun. Check out her channel, Melissa Murd. All right, so what I've started with is 1 3/4 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So we're gonna dump that in, and then I've kind of adapted a couple recipes, and then putting it here. You know, some of these cake recipes now, they'll say like 6 eggs, and I'm like, do I look like Elon Musk? I can't afford 6 eggs. No, 3 eggs is my max. So there we go. Okay, great. Let's see. Dry ingredients. Yeah, great. Okay, so we'll set that aside, and we're gonna go to sugar and eggs. Very important in this one to really blend the sugar and eggs, because in other recipes, you know, you really got to make sure you're stirring the sugar and the butter together. But for this one, I find the copious egg beating is important. I have Fran Diego, my favorite, Fran Diego. How are you, love? Thank you so much. Thank you for the rewards, and thank you for joining here on FoodTokTV. Okay, last one. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna do my pretty bowl. I don't know if you've noticed. I bought this bowl because it matches my cabinets. Here, I'll show you see my cabinets? See this? And what's so funny is I have orange bar stools, and I thought, gosh, if a New York Yankees fan came in, they might not like it because I didn't mean this to be the Mets colors, but these are the colors of the Mets. So, but I love the blue, and this was a locally made bowl here, ceramic bowl. It's my little inner hippie. I love the ceramic stuff. Okay, so wait a minute. Where are we with the sugar? Oh, 1 1/4 cup. Okay, hang on. This is my pantry back here, my big butler pantry that used to be a laundry room until I saw the light and realized it was much better as an extension of my... So sometimes, I used to do this thing where I would reduce sugar in a recipe thinking, I'm being healthier, there's less sugar. But the problem is, Alexa, turn down. The problem with that is sugar is also moisture. So sometimes a cake is not as moist, or cookies or whatever, when you remove the sugar. Okay. One part put in there. And then 3 eggs. Very middle class amount of eggs. For those of you who followed along, my chickens, if I have time, I'll show you the brand new chicken condo that the chickens are in. My chickens were so free range, they were driving me crazy. They would come into the kitchen. They were pooping everywhere. So I had to spend some more money on them and get this quite expansive aviary built for them. Okay, here we go. Well, that was the dumbest way I've ever cracked an egg, ever. Da 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 da. Okay. Oh, this is a dumb spoon. What am I doing? Nope, I found a magic spoon. Magic spoon. All right, I want to do this without a beater thing so I can also see what people are saying and stuff. Follow the creator. Okay, you guys are. Oh, my first time watching on Marie Lynn. Oh, thank you, Marie. Thank you so much. So I'm at Daphne Brogdon also. Although I haven't been doing as much cooking content on TikTok because, although my baked ricotta is pinned in my channel, my baked ricotta recipe is my most favorited, most popular recipe I've ever done on TikTok. And then on YouTube, I'm on Daphne Dishes Again. Oh, look at all these likes. Thank you guys so much. That is so sweet. Okay, so we see how the eggs and the... Oh, look at all these likes. Thank you guys so much. That is so sweet. Okay, so we see how the eggs and the sugar... 1 1/4 cup and 3 eggs. And I made this because my big confession is I hate frosting. I am not a frosting person. So I like to make cakes that confession is I hate frosting. I am not a frosting person. So I like to make cakes that Daphne Brogdon, and my motto is don't be afraid to cook. Don't be afraid to cook. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You'll be so happy, you'll save money, and it'll be fun. And I have found it quite healing too, you know? Sometimes it's nice when the whatever weight of the world or anything in your life is getting you down. It's kind of relaxing. It's like knitting. All right, so what else? Oh, my lemons. Okay, if you joined me last week, you know I got a bounty of lemons from my neighbor, and I've been desperately trying to get rid of them. Milk, lemon zest, lemon juice. Okay. I wasn't sure about the lemons since it's an apricot cake. I don't want too much lemons. I don't want the lemon taste to outweigh the apricot. So I'm not going to do the juice. I'm just going to do the zest. Because this was a cross between an olive oil cake I've made and an apricot cake that I kind of made up and adapted from. I saw another recipe that was kind of similar, but it had 6 eggs. And in this day and age, I can't do a recipe with 6 eggs. It's too much. So, all right. A little zesty, da-da-da-da-da. All right, now we're just gonna. And now, the most exciting part of baking, when you combine the dry with the wet. Let's combine the dry with the wet. Okay, let's do it. In my pretty blue bowl. Da-da-dee. If you guys were with me last week, you know I was trying out this app where any comments would be, thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you, Fran. Where you could, where like an AI voice, a robot would anthropomorphize, and it was making me mental, so I turned it off. There's some other features on that that I can use, but I couldn't wrap my brain around it this morning. It was a rushed morning because I'm in Los Angeles and it's 11 something here. And if my son goes to school late, which he did today, then I'd totally throw the whole morning off. Okay. So here's where this recipe gets a little different from. Wait a minute. So I'm looking for a pan. Ruh-roh. Okay, well, I'm not happy about that. I was going to use my spring foam. I can't find the bottom of my spring foam. Is this loud enough? That's disappointing. Okay. I love using this olive oil sprays for these things. So much easier. Who just joined? There we go. Oh, friend, number one gifter. Oh, hi, Trini. So good to see you. Wait, Trini, I did something that you had advised or mentioned, and now I can't remember. Oh, well, I've been using garlic. I love that term that I got from you. I had never heard that before. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pour half of the batter in the pan. I would prefer a spring foam, but don't have it ready. So I'm just going to do half. All right, and then this has to go in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. And then we will go on to our next thing. So the main course, the entree here that I'm making is keftedes. What? You don't know what they are? Keftedes are essentially Greek meatballs. Many moons ago, I can't even believe how many moons ago, in my mid-20s, I was engaged to a Greek man, very handsome Greek man, and I still feel kind of bad that I maybe probably messed up that relationship. But anyway, I learned a lot about Greek cooking, and this was one of the things to try to impress him, that I would make the keftedes, Kefta. Now, if you go online, you'll find a lot of different recipes for keftedes. They might have cumin, they might have this, they might have that, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to try this one. I just realized all my stuff should be like, Daphne and who I've dated or the men I've been with, because I got this cookbook because my late husband, Mark Peel, very well-known chef here in California, he had an extensive cookbook collection. And so I wanted to use one of his recipes, so to speak, one of his collections. So this is the complete book of Greek cooking from the Recipe Club of St. Paul's Greek Orthodox Cathedral. And it has a whole thing about how these were all collected from like Greek grandmas and so forth like that. So I thought it would be, kind of be interesting. What I thought was really neat was, instead of when you go online and look for recipes for keftedes, they had a very different seasoning profile. Whereas the main one with this, it's oregano and mint. And that kind of tracks with, especially if you ever cook with lamb, which a lot of Greeks do. And you could use ground lamb for this, but that's not as available. So I'm going to do beef. Your ex is who? Not ex, my late husband, Mark Peel, who helped co-created Campanile and La Brea Bakery. Yeah. My ex-fiance was a Greek. I've had, and now I'm with an Italian. It's very international around here. Okay, so we'll move this away, and then we'll get on with the meat and all of that jazz. Oh, hey, is Barb here? You look super cute today. Oh, thank you, Mustard Queen. You know what? I was tired of looking dumpy. I feel like I've been looking a little dumpy in my life. So I threw on a pretty schmata. User Debbie, I too am a widow. Oh, hug, Debbie. Listen, if you go to my channel, Daphne Brogdon or Daphne Brog, oh, I can't remember what my TikTok name is. Oh, you never looked up. Thank you, Trina. I have some stuff. Oh, I don't have a playlist yet, though. I have some stuff about being a widow, but I do. There's some really good widow talk. I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok. Nice, really relatable, supportive women. I think have gone through that. So if you ever want to chat about that, I'm up for that. Because it's really very, very hard first couple of years. Okay, wait. All right, get the ground beef. So I do this thing. I have this like healthy meat service that I get every couple months. I get a delivery of some good proteins because I was just sort of not happy when I would go to the store about some of the protein options. Oh, it is Daphne Brog. Okay, good. That's what I am on Twitter. So I don't know why I thought it was different. Yeah, because I think Brogdon, it's kind of hard for people to spell to me. So. Definitely not a stage name. By the way, sidebar, I just saw that Bob Dylan film. Has anybody seen it? I thought it was so good. A Complete Unknown. What's the name called of the delivery? Okay, well, I'm not endorsing it. I have no deal. But it's Wild Pastures, and it's all grass-fed meat. And it comes frozen. Okay. So I'm gonna put some salt here. And as long as I remember to defrost it, it's kind of nice because then it sort of takes that, thought out of my head, and then I can just go ahead and, it forces me like, oh, well, I got chicken wings left in the freezer, better use it. Could you please repost her name again? Oh, yeah, Daphne Brog. Thank you, Mustard Queen. If you could repost my name. All right, I'm putting in oregano. Where am I? Oregano. I'm putting in oregano. Okay, and mint from my garden. And some of you who've joined me before, you can see my garden. It's starting to come back. My chicken's devastated. My garden, not decimated. By the way, one of my pet peeves of media, when they say blah, 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 decimated. Decimated means 10% was taken. It was an old Roman, something Romans did in wartime, where they would take out 10% of their enemy to sort of slowly cripple them. But people use it as devastated, but it's not. It's a totally different word. Okay, I'm going to chop up some mint. Another thing to do that could even make this easier is you could put all of these ingredients in a food processor and call it a day. I don't think that works so well when I'm talking to you all because it's noisy and I don't know, it just doesn't seem as visually appealing. But on a practical basis, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so I'm very excited to see how this goes. Now I'm going to put the mint in there. And then the really important thing here is the onion. I don't know, it's so funny. I used to really have a problem with crying when I would cut an onion. Maybe it's something with age. It just doesn't bother me as much. Obviously, if you have glasses, it helps. Do you ever see pictures or video of people in factories when their job is like cutting onion? You know how you buy pre-diced onions for people who have to do that? And they're like lab coats and goggles. Boy, that would be a hard job. That's real work. Okay. I need my bigger grater. Sorry. Okay. My box grater. Let's bring it over here. All right, am I missing anything? Daphne is over on Awesome Person. Oh, thank you. I never know how many people. Where do I go for times? Yeah. Wait, are you talking about, if we're talking about grief, I'm all about it. I know. I could believe, if you even do like Widow Talk, TOK, Widow on TikTok, you'll find a lot of stuff about grief and widow stuff. It's good. Okay. Oh, what did I teach you? Somebody said I taught you something today. Thanks for teaching me something today. What did I teach? Oh, good. I hope I teach something. You're so smart. I can't think of it as I teach you anything. All right, I'm gonna break onion, lots and lots of onion. So with the Keftedes, you could put them on a skewer, and if I was grilling them, which would be delicious, I would put them on a skewer, but you don't need to put them on a skewer. If you're gonna cook them in a saucepan like I am, you don't need to do it. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to ask Barb to do any timing for me. Oh, look at all those likes. I got almost 7,000 likes. How kind. So I'm pound of beef here. Woo, there we go. All right, woo, ooh, that onions just got me. Also I was thinking, Sunday is the Oscars, and if you're having an Oscar party, as a lot of people do in LA here, these would make a good appetizer. Barb's not here, but I can be your timer. Okay, thank you. All right, so then I'm gonna I'm setting the meat aside for a second, and I'm gonna get it, because I think it's been 10 minutes. Wait a minute, duh. Okay. I totally forgot. All right, now I'm gonna leave it here for a second. God, I can't decide. So let me tell you the deal here. How am I doing for time? Yeah, I could do it. Okay. There's a shortcut with this apricot cake. Okay. So the shortcut is you put half of the batter in, and then you get of a apricot jam, and you use that as a filling. But two things. One, maybe you don't have apricot jam, and also, I don't know, it kind of has a little different taste if you do it yourself. So I want to show you that. I'm reluctant to do it online or on air because it makes it a little noisy. But I think it's fun to watch. So, dried apricots, which I often use in my cooking because they're always been a favorite snack of my kids. So I know I always have them on hand. Okay, where do you think most apricots come from? They are not domestic. Anybody guess about where you think apricots come from? That sounds like, do you know where babies come from? Do you know where apricots come from? It's because mommy and daddy loved each other. That's where the apricots come from. So who just did that? Who did something? Oh, Rainbow Queen, how sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you. Apes, yeah, right. Maybe countries. What countries? Any guesses? Any guesses? Well, I'm going to add hot water. Fran, you're so smart. That's the first one. That's number one, Turkey. Yes. And then the other ones are I think it's Kazakhstan and Iran. It's been 4 years. I'm devastated. Oh, that's hard. That's a hard change. That's a hard change. Mad Chin, you were right. Okay. I have an instant hot water heater. I have to tell you, it was the best, like, $250 I ever spent. So it's like in my 6-hour. I always it's great for a cup of tea and for cooking. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I am making an apricot cake, Keftedes, and my skillet potatoes if I have time. So, but right now we're working on the filling for my apricot cake. So, hot water, apricots, blender. What works for a blender is a blender top. I need the blender top. What's happening around here? What's happening? I'll use this instead. was semi-hilarious. If I had seen that, it was, okay, so look how dried apricots hot water blender. Works out pretty well. Works out pretty well. So now I get the cake out. At least you think you won't be able to see the finished product. Worry not. I made it beforehand. So everybody will see it. Now it's ideal if you have a offset spatula. Thought I had one, couldn't find it. So we're gonna, wait, move this again. Good Lord, that's better. Okay, so that cake, so I'm putting the apricot filling on top of the refrigerated dough, batter rather. And you could use apricot jam. That would definitely be easier and one less step. I just think it's nice. I love an unfrosted cake. To me, American pastries in general are too sweet. It's like gilding the lily. And then if you don't have frosting, it's gonna last longer. Then it can be a dessert, it can be a nice thing for tea time, it can be a breakfast. Okay, and now I put it back in. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the freezer. And we'll go back to the Keftedes. I love an iron pan. I'm very devoted to my iron pans. Oh yeah, Thursday Thunder. Very good. Benjamin and Trini both have shows on Thursday. And they both have a lot, very, very good cooks, a lot to learn, good personalities. Oh, you're going to be in her box. Oh, cool. Okay, so Trini is going to be in Mama T's tonight. Great. Oh, yes, thank you. That would be helpful. Taylor, thank you very much. Start warming that up. And then let's see. Oh, so because I own restaurants and cooked in restaurants and done catering, I am used to working with gloves. Obviously, when you're home cooked, you don't often use gloves, but I prefer it. I mean, just for cleanliness, and also when I touch raw proteins, just don't, especially chicken. I don't like the consistency. So I'm just gonna. It's also really good. Like last night, we had a few friends over for dinner, and I made a big salad, huge salad, a gigantic salad bowl. Remind me to show you. Anyway, so I put the gloves on and just toss the salad that way. It's easier. It was easier than the tongs. Okay, so now we've got the mint, the oregano. Let me see if there's anything else I missed from the Greek grandmas. Oh my God, I almost forgot one of the most interesting things. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't forget this. So normal whatever cooks would use breadcrumbs, but the Greeks, no. You take a piece of bread and put it in water. I didn't mean to leave the fridge open. Did I leave the fridge open? I don't see it's open. Okay, so I'm going to sop up the bread. If you don't have this, you could use breadcrumbs, but why not? It's different. It's what the Greeks are doing. Let's see, was there anything else? Oh, and some garlic. What else? Remove. Huh? Wait a minute. Oh, it also says, the Greek recipe says you could soak the bread in wine. I'm gonna try that next time. No garlic. I'm not opposed, Benjamin. I appreciate that serious chefs don't use it, but sometimes for a home cook, I'd rather people use that than not cook. I'm very big on telling people don't be afraid to cook, because I think most Americans are unhealthy, spending too much, and obese because they don't cook. And it's such a nice thing to do and to show your love. But I'm almost out of the garlic, so I'll be forced to dice soon. Oh my God. Oh no, I thought you cursed me. Benjamin, I thought you cursed me for a second because I couldn't find it and I was gonna have to dice. It's, yeah, so, go. I respect you for not using it. But you really know what you're doing. You have cooking even on your own channel, like all the time. Okay, so mixing the bread, the onion, the oregano, the mint. So it's a little different. The other thing that's different is the shapes that you make with keftedes. So we're used to balls, but with keftedes, you make, how would you describe it? I don't know, like a rectangle oval. They look like this. And if I was grilling it, it would be like this. I'm gonna put it in a pan, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Basically wine French toast. I know, whoever thought of that? Oh wait, I missed it. Wait, I used to process my garlic in a mini processor and freeze it, but my processor broke. You gotta get a new processor, girl. God, I have a big one, I have a small one, I got so many. Oops. Pan's hot, I need a little more oil. Okay, let's turn it down. So, let's make a couple of the keftedes. What I would serve this with probably, traditionally if you're gonna go, is orzo. Some orzo would be great. Even just tossed with some like butter and herbs would make a very nice, easy meal. Oops, stuck that in water. Okay, this is gonna splatter. Can you see it on there? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. I'm working with my angles. I'm trying to do different things with my angles here. What did I miss? All right, so we're gonna brown the keftedes, and then I would stick them in the oven to keep them warm till the other food is ready. But in the meantime, I think I don't know. I'm gonna make some more. This will be good. See, what's good about when I do this on Wednesday is often Wednesday night is my date night with my fiance. So whatever I make in this live, I leave for my kids for dinner so that I don't feel like I'm totally abandoning them. So many more because they only job many process. Oh yeah. You know what? I used to have this when I was on my Food Network show. I had this thing. It was this great garlic shredder, and I don't know what happened to it. I'm sure it's in some box somewhere, but boy, it was good. Because it still kind of made it a little bit chunky, which I like. And, if I had my knife skills are okay. They're not great with garlic, though. I know this is my good to know your shortcomings. And that's one of my shortcomings for sure. Wait, I gotta move this. You also don't have to grate the onion. You could dice it up if you want to do that. Yes, fiance. Yeah, I've been kind of rolling out that news, but yeah, my Italian boyfriend and I. Yeah. So we're engaged now, and I can show you this ring. It's a ring he gave me with 3 rings because. It said it showed his commitment to me and my kids. I'm gonna cry. So, very happy. Definitely has turned my frown upside down. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. That's so funny. I think for some reason I told this community that Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the well wishes. It's really nice. I never thought, first of all, I didn't think I'd ever get married again. I didn't know I'd ever fall in love again. I did think, I'll find somebody who, wants to get naked with me. But I didn't think I would be, at this level. And also somebody who cares about my kids the way he does. It's been incredible. Okay. I kind of just, as I'm cooking like this, throw them in the oven. Kind of the restaurant training, because you need to have everything, you know, served warm. And also with meat, I want to make sure it's cooked through. So I like to throw it in the oven as I go. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Believe me, Trini, I would, if I wasn't worried about getting in TikTok live trouble, I would be even more candid. That's why we need the TikTok, Food Talk Late Night. Hi, Sidekick. Hi, Trini Sidekick. How are you? Good to see you. All right, so for those of you just joining, I'm making Greek keftedes, which is like a Greek meatball, but they're shaped differently. They have oregano, mint, onion, and moistened bread in them. Oh, thank you, friend. You're so kind. John My Team, thank you so much for joining the Food Talk TV team, as you are a valuable member. There you go. Did I miss doing this? Thank you so much. Well, you know, and the nice lady was talking about going through the process of being a widow. You know, oops, this one's kind of falling apart. That was one of the hard things, was I didn't feel, I didn't feel funny at all. I couldn't find any humor in anything. And because my late husband was a chef, you know, cooking really helped me heal and feel connected to him. Hi, Kevin. Welcome back. Didn't you, I think that you were new last week. Hi, Tweety girl. Thank you for being here. So if you haven't been here before, Food Talk TV, I am one of, you know how like, what is it? Like, God, the superhero films, like, you know, like they have all the different people, you know, Captain America, blah, blah, blah. We're like that here at Food Talk TV. There's a whole slate of culinary superstars. This is my time on Wednesday. But if you follow this channel, and you will see all different types of cooks from all over America. It's really cool. And I think you'll get a lot out of it. Oh, thank you, Jody. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining the team. That's such a beautiful thing to happen. You find love. I agree, Debbie. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. And Janet, thank you so much. Fantastic. Look at that. Ambassadors, I love it. Oh, yeah, thank you for joining so much. So just a recap. So I'm in the process of making an apricot cake. It has an apricot filling, keftedes, and if I have time, apricot cake. It has an apricot filling, keftedes, and if I have time, I will make my skillet potatoes, which was one of my more popular recipes on my Food Network show. Not happy that this one fell apart. That annoys me. No, these need a little longer. I think they need more oil too. So I'm making these with beef, but ground beef, but if you, ground lamb would be great, or a mix of ground lamb and beef would be very Greek. I love that. I'm a lover of food and cooking. My mom used to be a caterer, so I love this stuff. Oh, great, Pretty. I think you will get a lot out of it. So I've owned restaurants and catered myself, but it's great to try to, you know, I just really want home chefs. I want regular folks to keep cooking. Not don't be afraid to cook. I hope you have time to do the potatoes. Yeah, I think I will. And it's pretty magic. I can get going on that really soon. So while that's going, I'll finish the cake. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not happy how this is going. I'm glad I made it beforehand, because I usually do it in the spring foam pan. I didn't like the shape of this one so much. But basically, it's the batter. I did half the batter. Then I did the pureed apricots, or you could also use if you have apricot jam. But then I'm going to put the rest of the batter. And I do it this way in layers so that you can really see the layers when it's cooked, once it's baked. Okay. Okay. Pop it in the oven. think. Okay, now these are kind of giant Keftedes. I should have made them a little bit. Oh, good. The smoke alarm's going off. That's good for life. Oh, boy. Never a dull moment on FoodTokTV. Here we oh, stop. Just pour myself. Okay, here we go. Open up. Open up. Here we go. There. We need the outtake reel. We need the blooper outtake reel. Here we go. Okay, put those in there. Okay. I need a drink. Frandy. No, because if they're on, you couldn't hear a word I say. It's really, really loud. Oh, Jen, I'm glad it makes your day. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, you can see. See, this is why I say don't be afraid to cook. Because, you know, it's like the old Julie Child. Nobody can see our mistakes in the kitchen. We can all, you can just be, you set alarms off here every day. Fantastic. Great. All right. So I'm going to start working on my scalloped potatoes, which I adapted from a fancier French recipe, but this is one of the most popular things I can make in this house. My kids, you know how kids, like, you make them stuff and after a while they're like, I'm sick of that. You know, they never got sick this one. So again, now I bring out my big iron. It's pretty simple. I know it by heart, so I don't need to look at a recipe on this one. Oh, the other thing that I would recommend for, with the Keftedes, besides the orzo, is make a little yogurt sauce. If I have time, I'll make it, but I'm not sure I have time. And by all means, don't buy that non-fat. If there's as good as my witness, I cannot stand non-fat yogurt. What a waste. And if you're not doing yourself any favors, because fat is better for you than sugar. And usually when there's non-fat, it has more sugar. It just has a flavor. And in Europe, nobody has that non-fat yogurt. That's some American nonsense. Okay. I better get rid of this bowl. So, if you don't have a mandolin, I highly recommend a mandolin. Oh, thank you, Jody. You're so sweet. Highly recommend a mandolin. So I have it on the smaller, I've had this so long, I can't even tell you what it is, and it's in metrics, and who knows metrics anyway. It's the thin one. Think of it like a little more than a potato chip. So you can take a russet, and you will not believe how far this goes. Don't have to peel it, which is so easy, because who likes to peel potatoes? No one. I love to peel potatoes. Said no one ever. That's too thin. Can make it a little more. Okay. This is all right. Could be a little thinner, but it's okay. So it's kind of like a gourmet potato chip. Oh, you make a bit. Yeah, that's good. If you've got somebody you can outsource the tater peeling to, Trina. I've been looking for my peeler since 8. Stop looking. Just eat the skins. They're good for you. Didn't you, like, your mom ever say that? Like, that's where the vitamins are. That's what my mother used to say. Oh, wait, I got a little funk here on this potato. That happens. That is okay. The one thing I can't find anymore is the safeguard on my mandolin. So if I get closer, I have to be careful. Because that's an easy thing, and you got to really pay attention with mandolin. Because I know some very pro chefs who hurt themselves. my big crowded oven here. Okay, good enough. So here's what's really important. When you use your iron skillet for the skillet potatoes, make sure it's hot, okay, before you put the potatoes in. Because this, what's gonna happen is I'm going to assemble it, put it in, cook it, bake it, and then I'm gonna flip it. And have you ever seen like an apple tartare, like an upside down thing where you kind of see the caramelized apples on top? That's what's gonna happen here. It's gonna be this beautiful golden topped potato situation. I have a mandolin and a salad shooter. They are invaluable. I don't have a salad shooter. That's incredible. Okay, but Debbie, you're ahead of the game. You got a mandolin. Good for you, sister. Good for you. All right, let's make sure the oil's moved around. So, so I sent, I was super busy yesterday, so I sent my fiance shopping, and of course he's like, I'm like, can you go to like a Ralph's? He's like, what's these Ralph's? You know, he has to go to the gourmet Italian shop in town, and got this super fancy burro, which is butter in Italian. And I said, I feel guilty cooking with like this fancy butter. And he's like, well, that's what we cook with in Italy. It's no big deal. And I'm like, yeah, but it flew on a plane. It got here. It's got to be. Debbie, guard is also missing, right? What is it with the mandolin guards? They're where with my missing socks or something. Okay, I know it's getting hot enough here. So here's what, I want to make sure you guys can see it. Let me move it over because I really want you to see it. The technique of this is super important. I hate it when it does the tick, 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 and it won't. Oh, darn it. Okay, well, maybe I can't move it over because this one's not firing. All right. Let's see if I can get any closer here. It's kind of, oh, there's my blender top. Gee, I'm going to find everything that's missing. Jimmy Hoffa's on this stove. What? All my joke references are like I'm 120. Okay, I'm gonna move this here. Yes. The lighting's a little off, but there you go. Okay. So here we go. So you got to do it in the hot pan. So we're gonna go around in a circle. Can you guys see this? Wait. I'll cater abroad, let me say, yeah, I know, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for laughing by Jimmy Hoffa. Okay, so we go in a circle on the edge. And they slightly overlap. Just a little bit, just enough to kind of have some continuity. Okay, and then we've got to go into the next layer in the center. You could make this as thin or as thick as you like. I tend to do, I don't know, it ends up being, I guess, about 2 or 3 layers. You could do it thicker, you just have to cook it longer. And it really needs to be high heat at this point when you start it. So you get the browned look. Now, am I putting my hand in a hot pan? Yes, I am, but I don't get burned. And as anybody who cooks regularly, as I'm sure a lot of you do, you just kind of get used to some heat. My late husband was always coming home with cuts and bruises. And okay, now we go in inner circle time. Dun, 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 dun. Since he was super pro and working the line. Okay, I need some more. Because I want one more layer. She slices, she dices. What I miss? That skillet is going to make great fried potatoes. I hope so. Oh, Maria's here. Hi. Okay. I'm going around again. Around the world, around the world. I didn't slice enough. I didn't get hot. I didn't get hot. No, I need a few more. The cooking live thing, as I'm sure my Food Talk brethren can tell you, it's a whole other thing. I cooked on camera, but cooking live, ooh, who's giving me all of that? Jack! Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for being here at Food Talk TV. All these recipes will be on our website, mine and everybody else's. Okay, now I do the inner circle, inner circle, inner circle. In between the layers, if you want to get really fancy here. Backlighting is going to be an issue. Okay. In between the layers, you can do garlic. You can do jarlic. You can do. Oh, wait, let's go back to the home spot. Home base. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't make a noise. Bing, bang. Bang, bang. Okay, back to the home spot here. So, we do a little butter. Or burro, because it's Italian butter. I don't like this knife. I don't like this knife. So I'm just going to put a little bit of butter here on top. And I like to do fresh thyme. Oh, thank you, Marie Lynn, for share the live. What a sweetheart. Okay. So, just scrape the thyme. So I hope you can hear the sizzling. All right. So I put some thyme, put some butter, and you definitely need salt, because you always need salt with potatoes. Okay. Now I'm going to put it down. You could finish it with a lid on the stovetop. But since I got it, I'm not. So let's check on the Keftedes, as I always call them. But it's spelled K-E-F-T-A, Greek meatballs. So here's, I'm going to show it on a special plate. So this is Villeroy and Bosch. These were the opening plates when Spago opened. God, I'm not sure what year that was. In the 80s, because my husband, Mark Peel, was the executive, was the head chef, like Wolfgang hired him to run the kitchen for Spago. So they changed the plates at one point, and he's like, no, I want some. So he took them. So this has a lot of LA restaurant history here. Okay, so here's the Keftedes, which I would be serving with like a little yogurt sauce and some orzo. And they're going to have a different flavor profile than your regular Italian-American meatballs, which I think kind of makes them fun. The oregano, the mint, the onion, super fun. I like these a lot. Oh my God, I'm going to take a picture of them. Daph, thank you for allowing me only to hang out with you today. I pray you'll allow me back. Oh my God, Debbie, of course. Come back to Food Talk TV. You're going to love all the personalities. And come find me on Daphne Brogdon. I do some lives where I talk about like topical issues on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we play trivia. So please, please, please come join. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay. So that's the Keftedes. Now, ooh, it's almost time. Now let's check in on the other things. Oh my God, that cake almost looks like it could work, but I'm gonna show you, I mean, the cake almost looks like it's gonna be done in time, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Hang on. Coming. Hold on 1 minute. Bump, 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 bump. I love this thing. This lid was like a present from my kids. I absolutely love it. Okay. And then here. Wait. What am I missing? Oh. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. So I just want to show you that because that is great. It preserves your stuff. Ta-da! So this is basically what the apricot cake should look like. So you see the apricot in the middle. It's held up. This is 3-day-old, and we're making our way through it. It's been nice with coffee in the morning. Our host will be right back. Damn, you and I have the same old TV humor. Exactly. So if in case this isn't done in time, I just wanted you to see this is what the apricot cake looks like. Okay. Oh, Butters, be quiet. All right. Now let's do the piece de la resistance. We hope it works out. Oops, I want to do that. Let's see. Okay, so normally I would let this cook a little longer, but I want to show it to you guys. So you see the melted butter, the thyme on the skillet tip. Now I need to get a big plate. Hang on. This separates the men from the boys here, because I am going to now attempt to flip this hot iron pan live on TikTok for you. I'm going to turn this live for you. What did I miss? Everything you guys make is yummy. Oh, so glad, Kevin. I hope you've been checking out the other ones too. I know, you know what? I took a picture of the potato thing last night when I made it, but thank you for reminding me, because sometimes I'm so done and then I have to clean up. Okay, wait, where's my... And then usually right after this, I gotta take my daughter to work. Oh my God, you guys, we have this like special guest star staying at our house, another Italian. He won Italian Survivor and Italian Big Brother. I was hoping he was gonna be here so you could see him. Bum, 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 bum. Please work. Okay, it almost kind of worked. All right, slid a little bit. But this is the one I did last night. It was perfect. Okay, so you see, and I served this with steak and a salad. It was fantastic. So, yay, I did it! Ish. I did it. This is skillet potatoes. This is on my Food Network Daphne Dishes website, but I'll put it up on FoodTokTV. Thank you, Trendy. Thank you for your support. I've died with to heaven, Debbie. You are so cute. Well, you can see how simple this is. I mean, it's a potato. What does a potato cost, right? It's pretty easy. And you can doctor it up. You can put some more garlic in it or whatever seasoning. I usually do just thyme and garlic is what I do. But, oh, hi, Cass. Hi. Thank you guys so much for joining. So we've had the Keftedes, the apricot cake, and this, and I hope you had a good time. I had a good time cooking with you. And watch more Food Talk TV and join me on Daphne Brogdon. And wait, yeah, I'm good. Okay, have an awesome day. Don't be afraid to cook. Don't be afraid to cook. For me, a potato costs around 2 pounds around my waist. Ah, it's so true. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Come back. It's been a pleasure to be a part of this live. How sweet you are. I loved my time with you all. Debbie, we loved you being here. Thank you. Thank you, Marie Lynn. Thank you, Fran Diego, always being there. Trini always being so supportive. Thank you, Taylor. I feel like, oh, it's the Oscars, right? It's always like the Oscar thank yous. Are you guys going to watch on Sunday? I hate award shows, but I can't stop. I'm probably going to watch. Yeah. Okay. Love you guys all. Bye. Take care. Oh, good job. Thank you, Sidekick. Thank you.